Tonight, images taken inside a Seattle Starbucks by an employee who says her life is in jeopardy every day on the job.
And you shouldn't have to be worrying about HIV and Hep C at a coffee shop.
KIRO 7 investigates after baristas come forward with their health fears after getting poked by needles at work. All 3 employees provided KIRO 7 with hospital, pharmacy, and insurance receipts that show they took antiviral medications to protect them from AIDS and hepatitis. Hello again, I'm Steve Rabel.
I'm Monique Minglavan. Now, Starbucks says it will reimburse them for the treatments, but the baristas believe the company could do more to protect its employees before they're poked by needles. They recently shared their concerns only with KIRO 7's Amy Clancy.
Well, we started hearing from Starbucks baristas concerned about discarded needles they were finding on the job. After digging into state documents, we learned the Washington State Department of Labor and Industries was also concerned enough to investigate, fine the company, and order it to make changes. Image after image reveal what 3 baristas say they dispose of nearly every day: hypodermic needles left behind by drug users.
They put them in the tampon disposal boxes in the bathrooms, and we have to dig them out.
The 3 baristas, all poked by needles on the job, spoke with KIRO 7, but only one spoke on camera, as long as we agreed to hide her identity. Why don't you want anybody to know who you are?
I don't want to lose my job for being the only one willing to say, someone listen to me, do something about this. Like, my friends are at risk.
At the employees' North Seattle area Starbucks, coworkers document when needles are found. Leave notes asking how many more baristas have to get poked before we get disposals in bathrooms. For a while, they even shared medication to avoid illness if pricked, because in the past 12 months, all 3 baristas have been, according to medical documents provided to KIRO 7.
Like, that's 3 of us now in one location. It's really angry.
Starbucks confirmed at least 2 Seattle area baristas have been poked by hypodermic needles while on the job. But the coffee giant claims since early 2017, all employees have been retrained on what steps to take when hypodermic needles are found. That if an employee is ever in a position where they don't feel comfortable completing a task, they are empowered to remove themselves from the situation and alert a manager. KIRO 7 uncovered that Starbucks made the changes after a 2016 investigation by the Washington State Department of Labor and Industries fined the company and determined it was not ensuring that regulated waste, such as contaminated hypodermic syringes, are handled properly and safely at this 6th and Pine location.
There's requirements for employers to make sure they're protecting their employees and not letting this happen to them if at all possible.
Are you satisfied with what Starbucks is doing now?
In the situation that we cited and fined them for, clearly they understood the issues and told us they were moving ahead to deal with the things we pointed out to them.
Safe needle disposal is certainly not just a challenge for Starbucks. With intravenous drug use on the rise, locked needle disposal boxes are widely sold online. Many Seattle parks now have them to protect park goers. And the Chaco Canyon Organic Cafe installed locked needle disposal boxes in its restrooms earlier this year.
It sort of encourages a safe practice for people to be disposing of them.
But L&I admits, even when the public has access to locked needle boxes inside bathrooms, employee safety is not guaranteed.
They certainly deal with some of the issue. I don't think they deal with the entire issue. You're still going to have a certain number of folks who are going to take that needle and throw it in the trash. So you can't take a Sharps box and assume the problem has been solved and not teach your employees to handle garbage carefully.
According to a spokesman, all Starbucks stores already have Sharps boxes in employee-only areas, so baristas can safely dispose of any needles they find using gloves and tongs. However, after KIRO 7 started asking about the 3 baristas poked while on the job this past year, the spokesman confirmed there have been ongoing conversations about adding additional protections and procedures to further ensure the safety of our employees, including exploring installing Sharps boxes in the bathrooms of our stores where it would help address the issue. Welcome news to this barista, who said the needle problem has grown since Starbucks opened its restrooms to everyone, even non-paying customers, this past May. And it's worse now that the bathrooms are open?
It is, because you don't have to bother with purchasing anything. That has definitely increased.
Starbucks told me even though it has an open bathroom policy, there are still rules. Illegal drug use is definitely not condoned. But according to the baristas, it's hard to police behind a locked door. And they claim they shouldn't be the ones to deal with it. As part of the agreement with L&I and the State Attorney General's office, Starbucks has until next March to comply with all of L&I's orders.
Yeah. Making coffee, you don't think this is going to be a workplace hazard. How are those 3 baristas doing after they've been poked by needles?
So far, they're fine, but they are not out of the woods yet. They still have to have blood tests, and it won't be known if they contract something for a while now.
Just nerve-wracking.
They are very concerned.
Glad they told their story to you. And if you have a story you want Amy or anybody else here at KIRO 7 to investigate, send an email